Before we head into the backcountry, it's really important that we check to make sure our beacons work correctly. So we want to do what we call a 3-part function check. We're going to check to make sure we have enough battery power. We want to check them in searching as well as in sending. So go ahead and turn your beacons on.
80%.
67.
67, 95. All right, and does everyone go into search if you would? Give each other a little space. Step back one. And then as I come to you, can you read the numbers?
0.9, 0.4.
So that way I know that your beacon is actually picking up mine as those numbers are getting smaller. Thank you.
1.2, 0.7, 0.4,
0.5, 0.3,
Awesome.
0.2.
Thank you. All right, go ahead and switch them into send and stow them as you'll carry them for the day. Now I can make sure that the majority of the folks in the group have got the beacon where it should be. It's behind a zipper. The zipper's closed, and then they're going to leave it there for the day. Cool? Then I'm going to go into search, and I will come around, and I'm going to make sure my numbers are getting smaller. 0.9, 0.7, 0.5, 0.3, 1.0, 0.7, 0.4, 0.2. Come back again. Make sure 1.2, 0.7. Oh, I might still be getting robbed. 0.1, there we go. So I'm giving it a bit of time to make sure, since we're all a little close, that I'm picking up farmer. So then I want to show everybody that I'm now putting my beacon back into send, that it's locked there, and then I'm going to stow it for the day. That way everyone else is helping me to make sure that I'm not somehow accidentally either turning my beacon off or leaving it in search before we head out into the field. There are 2 ways to wear your beacon when you're out in the backcountry. You can wear it in a harness that comes with it on your chest, or you can wear it in your pocket. If you're wearing the beacon in the harness, it needs to be underneath the layer, so you don't want to be wearing it on the outside of your body. If you find yourself in the backcountry and suddenly your beacon is in the harness on the outside of your layers, it might be a good idea to shift it to your pocket so it can be behind a zipper. The pros to wearing it in the harness is that it can be more protected and it can be more comfortable if you have pants that don't have a beacon pocket. The pros of wearing it in your pocket is that it can be easier to get to. You want to make sure, however, if it's in your pocket, that it is behind a zipper and that it is in a protected spot on your leg. If you're ever not sure about where to wear your beacon, you can always check the manufacturer's recommendations that come with it when you buy it. If you are wearing it in a pocket, you want to make sure that there's nothing else in that pocket and that the beacon is in there and stays closed for the day. You don't want to accidentally be opening and closing that pocket when you're out in the backcountry. Another consideration for your Avalanche beacons is interference. When we talk about interference, that's something that can make either the transmit or the search function of your beacon malfunction somehow. Anything that's metal can cause some interference with your Avalanche beacon. Anything that sends or receives a signal can cause some interference. In order to manage this, you want to mitigate how many things you have that could potentially interfere with your beacon. The way to do that is to provide some space between your beacon and anything that sends or receives a signal. One of those you may not think about is heated gloves. The mesh that's in the heated gloves is metal and it has a current running through it, and that can cause some issues with your Avalanche beacon if they are close.